So you're out in business, the phone rings, people ask you what you charge, and all of a sudden you become wishy-washy. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a single thing that you can do in your business that will change everything about your pricing and stop you from being so wishy-washy when it comes to stating your rates. Hey there, everybody. This is Kelly Schaefer. I am the creator and founder of the Concierge Academy, where we help personal local-based businesses become profitable industry leaders, where they have a greater impact in their community while making more money. So today's video, I want to share with you a strategy that once I taught this to the members of my program, it was the single most important thing that changed the way they had sales conversations. So first I want to set the stage for you. So for me, it was back in like 2012. I had been out all day running errands for clients. I had a chamber meeting, probably had to stop off at the grocery store for myself, maybe even ran by it through the school. And then just as I was pulling into my driveway, I'll never forget, it was dusk. The sun was starting to go down. I pulled into the driveway, opened the garage. My kids are ready to run out and say hello to me, and my phone rang. And as my phone rang, I picked it up, and it was a gentleman who was on the phone with me who wanted to talk to me about the services that we offered. And as we had the conversation, I completely got wishy-washy on what it was that we charged and the rates that we charged for the different packages that we offered. And because I felt so wishy-washy, I was not confident in that sales conversation. And because of my lack of confidence during that conversation, the gentleman ended up not hiring us to help him with the property management work that he needed help with. So after that time, I realized that I needed to ensure that I would no longer become wishy-washy or forget what it was that I was charging and what the rates are that I was charging. And so I want to share this with you today so that you can implement it in your own business. This is what I call the Pricing OnePager. Now, in one of the courses that I teach the Price to Sell course, in which I take people through a 2.5-hour training on how to decide what their hourly rate is going to be, what their membership model is going to be, what their packages are going to be, how to come up with promotions that they can run throughout the year. And I take them through that. And one of the pieces of that training, I talk about the Pricing OnePager. And that's what I want to share with you today. What is a Pricing OnePager, and how can it help you? So the Pricing OnePager is simply taking all of your rates, your prices, if you do a weekend rate, if you do an after-hour rate, if you have a cancellation fee, if you charge different rates for different services, if you have different packages that you sell. What happens is that, one, you become confused in your own pricing, because a lot of times you're not having conversations multiple times a day about your prices, and perhaps it's been 2 weeks since you had a sales conversation, and then you're like, oh crap, I think I increased my rates, but I don't remember what I increased it for, so I'll just give them a discount, right? And that's what ultimately always happens. So in this strategy that I want to teach you is basically take all of the pricing that you have determined in your business that you are working with right now. Now, this does not mean that you can't change your pricing later, as I teach in my programs about increasing your rates as you've been in business for longer amounts of time. But taking all of your current pricing and typing it all out on basically one Word document, and having it all out on one sheet. And then taking that pricing one sheet and laminating it. Then what you do is you keep this laminated pricing page on your desk at all times. You keep a copy of it laminated in your work travel bag at all times. If you have a team, you laminate it and give it to your team so they too have access to it at all times. And here's why it's so important and so helpful, and why when people come through my course, they're like, this in itself changed everything for me. It's because a lot of people in the service industry, especially when it comes to personal services and concierge services, they often feel wishy-washy in their pricing. They want to charge X, but then they get on the phone and they charge Y. They want their rates to be, we'll say, $30 an hour with a 1 hour minimum. And then somebody gets on the phone and they ask them to do something for them for a half an hour. And then they want to get wishy-washy on their rates. And what I have found is that when you type it all out and you print it and laminate it, it's almost as if it is the rule, and you no longer have the ability to become wishy-washy when it comes to stating your rates. So what happens is you get on a sales conversation call with someone. They call, they ask you, you pick up your one pager and you say, yeah, so I can offer you package A or package B. Package A costs X, package B costs Y, and it's right here. So this became really, really apparent to me a few years ago when I had my assistant. She started doing all of our sales calls. And what I realized is that she never got wishy-washy on the sales calls. She always was just like, oh, you want a 10-hour package? It's this. You want us to travel there? It's that. You want us to work on weekends? It's that. And I looked at her and I was fascinated by that. And the reason why is because she was not as tied to the business as the business owner often is. So she just pulled out the one pager that we had created for her. And she would just say, do you want package A? It costs this. Do you want package B? It costs that. And because it was all here in one easy to see spot, it made having those sales conversations so much easier, so much smoother, and without getting wishy-washy on the prices. Now, what I do want to say is that if you have done that where you felt wishy-washy and you're like, oh, maybe I'll give a discount or maybe I'll do this, you're not alone. It happens to everyone in this type of business. For some reason, we feel like we always have to change our prices to get the sale. And doing this will completely transform the way you do your sales conversations from now on. So basically, what are your prices going to be? Type it all out in a Word document, laminate that Word document, do multiple copies of it so you have it on your desk and in your car and in your travel bag so that you can always pull it out, and it will help you feel more confident when you are having those sales conversations with people who are interested in hiring you for your services, because you just say, here, this is what it says. This is what we charge. This is how we charge it. So that is my strategy for you all this week, and I can't wait to hear about it. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And if you'd like to learn more about how to price your services and how to create a membership model, how to create packages that clients easily say yes to, how to run promotions throughout the year, there's more information below where you can find out more about the pricing training that we do that is specifically for those in the concierge industry. And you can find more details about that there. All right, my friends, until next time, bye now.